Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is going to be my May favorites. These are all of the things that I was loving in the month of May. I have a random assortment of things. I have makeup, jewelry, plushies, a book, clothes, a random kitchen essential, hair care. I have all sorts of stuff to talk about and I'm really excited to share them with you. This is always just such a fun way to kind of end one month, kick off another month, share some things that stood out to me in the previous month and just kind of chat about it. See if you have some similar favorites to me. I love hearing what your favorites are, so please always leave them down below. Whether it's a movie you watched, a show you watched, a song you listened to, a trip you took, a makeup product you tried, anything at all, leave your favorites down below. And before we get into the video itself, I did of course film this look. It should already be up on Instagram and YouTube Shorts by the time this video goes up. And as far as my accessories today go, just old basic choker, you know the drill, and these earrings are Spooky Doodle Club. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in and chat about all the things that I was loving in the month of May. Gosh, I truly feel like May went by in such a whirlwind. Like it went by so fast, but it also felt so long. Like some of these products feel like they were months ago, but it was literally just in the last month and that's crazy. Let's go with complexion first. I discovered a new favorite bronzer of all time. I'm wearing it today. I've been wearing this ever since I got it. It's one of the NYX Buttermelt bronzers. This one's in the shade All Butted Up. It's just so pretty. It has the prettiest like glow to it. It's just gorgeous. There's a bunch of different shades of this and it has just the prettiest like natural kind of glow to it. It is absolutely stunning. I love it so much and I've been wanting this for a while. Kind of mad that I didn't pick it up sooner, but I feel like maybe I waited until the right moment because I'm just obsessed with it. I think it's so pretty. I don't really have glowy bronzers, especially in a powder form, so this is just beautiful and I'm really glad to have this in my collection now. And now I have some blush to talk about. First being the new Lawless Cream blushes. These are so pretty. They came out with 6 different shades. I've worn all of them already. They are so beautiful. Some of the standout ones to me are Valentine right here, this beautiful bright obnoxious pink. Especially going into summer, I'm just super into like bold blush right now. It's so good. And I also love this shade here, Cherry Pie. Again, just obnoxious, bold, amazing. And I feel like these melt into the skin beautifully. They blend so effortlessly. I feel like they don't look too intense. Like they're still bold, but like they are so blendable into the skin that they don't look scary. I feel like you can go in with a light hand or you can build them up. This is a beautiful, beautiful formula. I love the way they melt into the skin. I've also really been impressed with these Profusion Blush Hour liquid blushes. I think they're super cool. The only shade that I've tried that wasn't like my favorite was the shade Rosé. It was just so sheer. For some reason, that shade amongst all the others was like so incredibly sheer on me. Maybe it just blended in too much with my natural skin tone. But the other shades I've been loving. I'm wearing one today, Sangria. I have one of the Rare Beauty Luminous powder blushes over top of it, but I use this as my base. But 2 of my favorites are right here, Bellini and Cosmo. And I really like the little applicator. It's this chubby little guy, but it just dabs on in such a beautiful liquid formula and it blends out so easy with my sponge. I love these. And then this is the shade Cosmo. Again, I'm just kind of into like these bold colors right now. I know Bellini's not really bold, but you know, this one's kind of bold. These are just so cute and they're very different than those cream blushes because these are more of a liquid formula, so they just have a different consistency, you know, and very different color options as well. Still on the topic of blush, I just feel like I have to shout out the Amy Loves Makeup blush palette with Adept. This is just so beautiful. She absolutely killed it. I love the 2 highlighty shades and I love the 2 blushes. I'll just swatch, let's see, the bright pink and let's swatch this one here. Those are probably the 2 most used in that palette for me. Just the cutest little soft pink, and then this highlighty shade is just so cool and glowy right there at my wrist. I love this palette. I've reached for it multiple times. I took it traveling with me when we went to Colorado early in May. It is just such a beautiful palette and I love that I have it. This next one is technically an eyeshadow palette, but I'm gonna talk about it now while I'm still on the topic of highlighters because I feel like I will not only use this as an eyeshadow palette and for accents and iridescent spotlight moments and inner corner highlights, but I can also see myself using it as a face highlight palette and I have multiple times already. It's the new Dewdrops palette by Dede Signature. This is just stunning. Just all iridescent, beautiful magic. Let's swatch, let's see, let's do the yellow one and this like super like sparkly multicolored shade. I'm gonna put them right here on the side of my hand here. Look how pretty these are. They're just so sparkly, so wet looking, so intense and iridescent. This is such a beautiful palette. I'm gonna see myself reaching for this constantly again, not only for like accents on the eyes and inner corner highlight to add extra sparkle all over the lid, but also for the face. I could also see myself traveling with this because when I travel, my go-to look is to just like smear something sparkly across the lids and then do my base and call it a day. Because I don't always have as much time because I want to be out like adventuring, you know? So this could be a really good go-to for that because I have like a one-stop shop. I have my highlighter and eyeshadow all in one. And this is just gorgeous. I'm loving it. I have tried so much good eyeshadow lately and it was really hard to even narrow it down for what I wanted to talk about in this video. So I just decided to narrow it down to 2 of my favorites currently because there's literally so much to talk about. Stay tuned for my upcoming roundup review video because I tried so many cool things this month and I'm excited to talk about them more. Technically, this first one I got at the very tail end of April, so I technically already talked about it in last month's roundup review, but I mostly used it this month, in this month that we were currently in May. But it's the Amy Loves Makeup and Adept eyeshadow palette. This is just so pretty. I'm so impressed with it. The sparkles are sparkly, they are shifty, they're amazing. I am such a sucker for cool tones. I love cool tones so much, and she just did such a good job with this palette. I just want to touch and swatch a couple of these shimmers because they're just so unbelievably special. The mattes in this palette are good too, don't get me wrong, but these shimmers are just like absolutely everything. They are mouth-wateringly sparkly. They are gorgeous. They're amazing. I am absolutely loving this palette. I think it's so cool. And I also wanted to shout out the Cosmic Dreamer. I've had such a fun time playing with this one. I think it is so beautiful. Just look at these colors. It's giving like grungy summer because it's like bright, bold colors, but very like dark and grungified, and I just love it. Again, let's just swatch a couple of these shimmers because they are so cool. Again, I like the matte formula a lot from Ensley Reign, but these shimmers are just so cool. They're so shifty and transformative. Oh, I love them so much. And again, I could sit here for another 20 minutes and just rattle on and on about eyeshadow, but I feel like that's gonna end up being redundant because I do have an upcoming roundup review video. I can sense another ranking video on the horizon as well. I was tempted to talk about the Lethal Avatar palettes, but I literally just tried them for the first time like 1 day ago. So I didn't feel like it was fair to include them in this month's monthly favorite, but maybe next month. We shall just see as I play with them more. I do have a couple lip products to talk about. First being like one of my new favorite glosses. This is one of the NYX Butter Gloss Blings. This is in the shade Bring the Bling. I did not know these existed until I popped into Ulta with my friend Trisha and saw these, and they're so pretty. Look how sparkly and amazing. They're sheer and delicious. I may have ordered a few more shades recently from Ulta. I think that order's coming in soon, so I'm very excited. These are just smooth and comfy and slippy, not sticky, and I just love that sparkly, glowy kind of vibe. It's so cool. And I think last thing for makeup is I did want to shout out the Likely Makeup liquid lipsticks. Again, I got these kind of at the tail end of April, but I've been using these so much over the last like month and a week or so. These are so cool. I'm wearing one of them today. I'm wearing the shade Secret Garden. It's just so pretty. I actually wore this one, Silver Pink Pony, yesterday. So cool. These are really comfy. They're like a soft matte where they're like, they dry down and they stay really matte and they stay put really well, but they're not like dry my lips out like the Sahara Desert. If I wear a lip mask under them especially, they stay really comfy, but if I wear them just as is with nothing emollient underneath, they are completely transfer proof. These are so comfortable. I'm so impressed with them. I bought like 3 or 4 of them myself, and then the brand was so kind and sent me the ones that I didn't order in my package as well, so that was super sweet of them. I've already done like a lip swatch video with these over on like Instagram and YouTube Shorts. I've played with all of these probably multiple times at this point. I think they are such a good formula, and I'm just so happy to see this brand like kind of back at it making products. I feel like she kind of slowed down there for a minute, which I know she had a baby and stuff, so I get it, but I'm so happy to see like her creative mind doing all these things again because she is just so good at what she does. And I'm still hoping another blush palette will come at some point because I still love my Fairy Blush and Clown Blush palettes from her. So fingers crossed, but these are amazing and I'm so happy about them. Let's move on to hair care. I've actually loved this product for many months now, and I keep forgetting to talk about it with you, so here I am now. I use this both at home on my own hair, and I also use it on my clients in my salon suite, and it's amazing. This is the IGK Anti-Social Time Release Bond Building Dry Mask. Looks like this. I love IGK. I think they're such a good hair care brand, but this product is so cool. It is a dry mask. So it's like a hair mask, but you put it on your hair dry and it just makes your hair feel so soft. It looks so shiny. It is incredible. It really helps just nourish your hair, give it that extra boost, and you don't have to wet it. So it's really nice, especially if you're someone like me who doesn't wash their hair every day. I only wash my hair about once a week. So I love having this to spray in like maybe 2 times during that week-long process to just help keep my hair feeling really soft, really shiny. It doesn't personally make my hair feel greasy. I don't put it on the root though. I would never recommend that. This would just specifically go on your ends to help nourish, help hydrate. I use this on my clients as well, especially like if we've just done a big correction or a huge lightening process or something like that, where I still use Olaplex and I still use lots of masks and yummy good things in the hair. This just gives it another extra boost. So usually after I'm done blow drying, I'll spray a little bit of this in my client's hair as well, and then I'll go in with like my heat protectant and do my finishing styling and stuff like that. But this is a really good dry hair mask. I think it's so nice. It really makes your hair feel so nourished and shiny, and I've been meaning to talk about this for many, many months and keep forgetting, so here we are now. I recently made a Mooncat order because they had their 20% off sale. I picked up like 6 shades, and I'm only gonna talk about one because I've only worn one so far, but I am obsessed with it. It's so pretty. It's this shade here, Ultra Hot. I'm wearing it right now. It kind of has this really pretty like pink to like peachy golden shift. It's so cool. It looks so chromy without me having to do anything fancy. Like this was just 2 coats of this regular polish and it looks so beautiful. Like it literally looks chrome. It is so cool. I love Mooncat's polishes. I have quite the collection of them at this point. I probably have at least 20, maybe more. Honestly, maybe more, especially now that I made an order. But I'm loving these. The other shades I bought are also so pretty, but I just felt like I couldn't really talk about them because I haven't actually worn them yet. But this shade is so cool. Like, how freaking pretty. When we were in Colorado, I discovered the cutest little plushies that I just had to have, and I have to talk about them because I love them. Backstory, the Squishable brand. I love the like spooky squishables, specifically the Plague Doctor. He's cute. I have him in his regular form. I have the Plague Nurse to go next to him. At one point they released like 5 little minis that had like different themes. Like there's a barista one, there's like a Harlequin one. There's like 5 different cuties and I loved them. I collected them all. Well, then I discovered there's even more of them. They released another set of 5. There might even be more that I've never heard of. These are just the ones I know of, but they released another set of 5 and I now have 4 of the 5 and I love them and I have to share them with you. So the first one I found that started it all was this little guy. The little yeehaw cowboy. He's got his little boots. Like, are you kidding me? I love him. And then I saw the Beast. I just found these at like a random like games shop in Colorado. Like it wasn't anywhere fancy, but I know you can find these at like random game stores or bookstores. But look at the Beast. He has his little tail. He has his little horns. And then look at her. The little alien Plague Doctor. Are you kidding me? She has her little ray gun. Her little like legs everywhere. She's so cute. And then my friend Jenny saw my vlog where I talked about these and she found one of the ones that I didn't have already. This is the Druid and he's just so cool. This is my favorite one of the 5. He's just absolutely adorable. I love him, his little spooky staff. I'm so thankful for this gift. I'm so happy I have all of these. The only one I don't have in this set is the Nymph. She's like a cute little green foresty creature and I love her. And I will find her eventually. I just love stumbling upon stuff like this. It's so fun. I have some earrings I wanted to shout out. The brand Ketchup Fantasy sent me a couple things recently and this specific pair stands out to me so much. Look how cool these are. These like weird Art Deco, like sparkly sheer. These are just so pretty. I love them so much. I'd already had a pair of like cat earrings from the brand that I got as a gift, I think a couple years ago. And the brand recently reached out and sent me a couple more pairs of earrings. And I love this set so much. I think they're so cool. I also have a couple t-shirts I want to shout out. Actually, let me see if they're even in stock before I get too excited. I'm probably gonna talk about them no matter what, but I just wanna see if they're still in stock before I get anyone's hopes up. Okay, as of this moment, they're still in stock, so I'll have everything I talked about today linked down below, but I can't guarantee how long these will be in stock for. But I found these cute Summerween spooky, like 4th of July shirts at American Eagle. Like, are you kidding me? If you know me at all, you know I love Halloween. I love spooky stuff, if you couldn't tell. So finding like Summerween themed shirts made my entire day. Like, look at these skeletons roasting weenies with the fireworks in the background. It's so cute. And these are like really comfy, oversized. I think this is the size medium. Yeah, this one's a medium and it's like super like large, oversized, like super comfy, really soft material. And then I got the other one as well, but I bought this one in a size large because I wanted one to be like extra huge and extra cozy. But this one, the skeleton is like floating down a river and a floaty with a hot dog in his hand. Like, this is just so cute. And I love anything spooky. Not a summer girl. I'm trying really hard to embrace summer this year and do summery activities that are fun. But I'm not a summer person. I'm not the ghoul for that. I thrive in the fall and winter. I thrive when it gets colder. I'm not a hot weather girl. But these bring me a lot of joy this summer. And these are just so fun and put me in the mood for summer while still keeping things spooky. I wanted to talk about my new Ninja Creamy. I have it downstairs. I didn't feel like lugging the entire appliance upstairs, so hence the picture. But I kept seeing videos about people making their own ice creams at home with the Ninja Creamy, and it looked so fun, but I was like, I don't know, it's expensive. It's like $200. I don't know if I can justify it. But then I saw somewhere that Sam's Club, maybe even Costco, has them on sale for cheaper for $160. And I was like, awesome, that's cool. My in-laws have a Sam's Club membership, so we asked them to price check it for us. And it was actually on sale that particular week. It might still be, for all I know, for $120. And I was like, okay, now I feel like I have to buy it for that level of a discount compared to like what I'm used to seeing. So we bought it, we love it. It is so fun. I've been saving recipes nonstop from like TikTok. I joined like a Ninja Creamy group on Facebook. We've been specifically experimenting more with like protein ice creams, just a way to like add a little extra protein while still keeping things tasty and sweet. You pull up my little notes on my phone so I can give you some of my favorite things that we like to put in them, because I have a little list going of things that we've enjoyed. Like, we've done like a cookie dough flavor, a brownie flavor, a cake batter, salted caramel. We've done just like classic chocolate and vanilla. I tried doing a peanut butter one. I should have sweetened it up more because peanut butter on its own is just like not that sweet. But it was really good. Basically, my main like recipe is I'll do 1.5 cups of milk, whether it be oat milk or chocolate ripple. We do plant milk personally, just depending on if we're going for chocolate or not chocolate. We'll do 1 tablespoon of coconut cream just to add a little extra something fatty to give it a really creamy consistency. And that worked so well. Like, starting to add that was a game changer. We'll just add random flavorings after that. Like, we'll do like 1 scoop of protein powder, maybe just half a scoop depending, because like the chocolate ripple already has protein in it. So if we had too much protein powder, it just tastes really proteiny, and that's like almost too much. So we'll just add like whatever ratio of protein powder. We'll add whatever ratio of like additives, whether it be like sugar-free pudding mix or like we have the PB2 powder. We have like random stuff like that that we'll add in for flavoring. Sometimes we'll add like vanilla extract or cake batter extract or something like that. Just anything to add extra like little flavors. We've been experimenting. Like, there's so many things you can do, and we've been having so much fun with it. And then once you've like blended it up, we usually do 2 spins on the light ice cream cycle. Then you can add in your mix-in, which makes it so fun. Like, you can add a little bit of like chocolate chips or M&Ms or cookies, or I did pretzels for like the salted caramel one. It is just so fun, and we've been having a blast. Still very much in the learning process. I feel like every time we use it, we learn something new, and it's just so fun, and we've been having the best time with it. And I don't know, it's just been a fun thing for us to do together. It's fun to like prep multiple ones because we have 4 pints. I really want to get more pints actually. Still haven't done that yet. And then we'll blend it up at night after it's frozen all day, and then we share it. And it's just the most fun thing ever. So that's brought us a lot of joy. And last but not least, I wanted to shout out my favorite book of the month. As always, I don't want to drone on and on about multiple books, because the next video after this is most likely going to be my reading wrap up, like get ready with me, where I talk about all the books I read in the previous month while I do my makeup. So I don't want to be redundant, but I do want to shout out my 5-star read for the month of May. And it was surprising to me, but it ended up being Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with Ali Hazelwood. I read Love Hypothesis like a year ago, and it was just fine. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't love it. It was just kind of mid. And then eventually, sometime early this year, I think I listened to the audiobook Check and Mate. It was like a YA kind of chess-related romance, and it was cute. It was enjoyable. It wasn't like life-changing, but I enjoyed it. Then I read Bride, Did not like that one. It was like her first attempt at doing something kind of romantic-y. Was not my thing. And then I picked this one up a couple months ago at the Friends of the Library sale for like $4. It was super cheap, picked it up. I brought it with me to Colorado, binged this on the plane ride there. I read this so fast. I loved it so much. I found myself just loving the banter. I loved the characters. It was so cute. This is definitely still in that STEM romance thing that she kind of does, like with Love Hypothesis, Love on the Brain, which I haven't read that one yet, and now I'm tempted to since I loved this one so much. Let me know if I need to. But this one was so fun. We have our two characters, Elsie and Jack. Elsie is a theoretical physicist, and she's trying to like make her way into this like world, this community in the academia field. But it's tough because there's lots of like politics involved, a lot of hate against theoretical physicists. People tend to favor like the experimental ones. While she's struggling to get into this field, she also has this kind of side gig where she like gets paid to be fake girlfriends for people to like bring to events and stuff like that. All very like platonic, like there's nothing actually going on with her and her clients. It's literally just like for show to be like someone to show up at events like for families and stuff like that. And she's fake dating this one guy who she's becoming really good friends with. Well, then she goes to have like this important interview about the theoretical physicist side of her life. And who ends up being at that meeting? The guy's brother. So he's super confused because she had this whole different alias. It's like, now you're lying to me, you're lying to my brother. Like there's a lie in here somewhere. And he's kind of the one standing in the way of her dream job. So she's trying to figure out how to navigate like getting in good with him while not betraying her client who's his brother and spilling the truth on that. It was like a whole thing. It was so good. It was so funny. It was so wholesome. I loved the way that everything ended up wrapping up. I loved how she was able to get over her own like personal issues and stuff like that, and these other characters were developing alongside of her. It was just so good. I had such a good time with this book. I was shocked going into this that I loved it as much as I did because I was just so nervous after reading Bride. I was like, I just don't know. Maybe Allie Hazelwood's just not for me. But this book proved me wrong. And this is just a testament to where if you didn't like a book by a certain author, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to write them off forever, because I've had such different experiences with all 4 reads I've read from her. And this was my favorite by far. I loved it so much. And yeah, that about wraps it up for this month's favorites video. I hope you enjoyed watching. I feel like I've been talking for a million hours. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you share any similar favorites to me that I talked about today? And again, please leave your favorites for the month down below. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave your current favorite emoji? And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm BATTYBEAN there as well. And if you wanna, you can subscribe. I'm posting most days over here. Also, you can join my channel memberships. The link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members only video once a month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.